Hello, Whovians, it's Lopez with the new Who Review, and tonight we face the Seeds of Doom. The Doctor and Sarah Jane, with the help of UNIT, investigate alien seed pods found in the Antarctic by a team of scientists. One poor soul, Winlet, has been infected and is slowly turning into a plant, a galactic weed called a krynoid. But this plant has a brain and a will, and a plan to devour the entire planet and convert all organic life into vegetation. And what's worse, a twisted man named Harrison Chase is eager to help. The Doctor has seen what this cosmic kudzu has done to other worlds, and we can only hope that his knowledge is enough to avoid the bitter harvest of the Seeds of Doom. This story originally aired from January to March of 1976 and was written by Robert Banks Stewart, who also wrote for The Avengers. Wrong Avengers, not those. Which explains the Doctor being such a badass in this story, jumping through windows and fisticuffs and shades of Mr. Pertwee. There are elements from the classic The Thing from Outer Space, which was remade as just The Thing by John Carpenter, with the Antarctic setting and finding of a frozen enemy waiting to be thawed out. The Day of the Triffids is another classic that echoes in this story. Sure, it was a mean green mother from outer space. I was also reminded of Alien when the krynoid popped out after Sarah Jane's arm. Ooh. I really liked the makeups for the krynoid transformations. Really good work. Not quite as good as Lopez as a head of lettuce good, but pretty good nonetheless. It was a nice twist that the krynoid could control other plants, and the stop-action animation in the destruction of the mansion looked great. The talking krynoid part, well, I guess that was all right. I mean, it would have been cool if I were a kid. Hey, yeah, right? Oh, I got a lot of baggage because I'm just space cabbage. I can't seem to get ahead. Hey, we need to work on that. Yeah, sure, we got a hit. UNIT, without the Brigadier or Benton, seems hollow to me. At one point, the Doctor says that bombs and bullets don't solve everything, and then he calls in an airstrike. The miniature work in this story is really good, in my opinion. I like the destruction of both the Antarctic base and of the mansion that I mentioned before, which in real life is Athelhampton House in Athelhampton, Dorset. Beautiful grounds. In some of these stories, there is always somebody willing to betray the human race, and in this story, that villain is Harrison Chase, played to evil perfection by Tony Beckley. So evil and so cool, he reminded me of the Master. Sylvia Coleridge played the part of the eccentric artist Amelia Ducat to a T. Very nice job here. Scorby, the heavy muscle hired by Chase to retrieve the pod and stop anyone who gets in the way, has a great moment at the Antarctic station that made me take notice. Scorby answers the radio in the exact same way that Han Solo answered the console in the Death Star. Oh, we're all fine here. How are you? But Whovians, this story aired in 1976, and Star Wars A New Hope did not hit theaters until 1977. Lucas, you got some splaining to do. Speaking of splaining, when the Doctor and Sarah Jane finally return to the TARDIS and on to a richly deserved holiday on the planet Cassiopeia, the TARDIS takes them to the Antarctic. The Doctor says he forgot to reset the coordinates, but he and Sarah Jane went to the Antarctic by conventional means, not by TARDIS. Robert Banks Stewart, you got some splaining to do. Well, Whovians, this is the end of Season 13. Let us leave you, with the promise that I will see you in time.